Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now here's Conley. Down low. In the air. Towns can't get it to go.
Maybe a little overconfidence. Trying to go big instead of taking the sure thing.
Well, Doris, the Timberwolves have made consecutive playoff appearances. That's a win for this team.
Well, when you consider that hadn't been done in this organization going all the way back to 2004, it does show they are moving in the right direction. The next step, obviously, they have to win a series.
Outside Jones. Irving for three.
天天过年了。
Excellent job of closing out on that three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Edwards for three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Doncic outside. Washington outside. Left side Irving. Over McDaniels. And Irving gets it to go.
That is Kyrie Irving in a nutshell. You want to give him the mid-range, he'll take it. The consummate three-level scorer.
Back to Daniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Gobert. And he buries his first look.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Irving with it. Back to Doncic. And Gobert with a block.
想投啊。
To do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
McDaniels can't hit. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Pass to Washington. Three is up. And the three-pointer goes.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Towns up top. Back to Conley. Now Towns. Guarded by Doncic. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. And Doris, Anthony Edwards has lived up to the expectations. He continues to get better each year.
He does, BA, and let's remember, as a former #1 pick, that carries a lot of weight and responsibility. But Ant is a guy who embraces that pressure. He wants the spotlight, and he puts in the work to be great. His future is bright.
Here's Doncic. And Gobert with a block. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Mike Conley. And what can you say about Luka Doncic that has not already been said? Here's a guy in his mid-20s and a perennial MVP candidate, of course.
His career is off to an extraordinary start. He's drawn comparisons to the legends of the game, and like so many of the greats, BA, he is a one of one. The ability to command the game from all aspects is truly something to behold.
Counted from distance. Irving's got 5.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Towns gets the bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Dallas. To the inside. Washington. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Okay, see the attention Luka draws. That's why his teammates get so many wide open looks.
Back to Alexander Walker. With 4 on the clock. And Gafford with the block. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
为什么？
Timberwolves substitution. Nas Reed. Kyle Anderson.
1 second left. Doesn't go for him. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Mavericks on top. They lead. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
One thing you can count on with this Mavericks team, they shoot threes.
All night long if you let them. I mean, near the top of the league for attempts beyond the arc. They do it every chance they can get.
Pass to Irving. Right wing. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the three.
You know, we talk about
Higher
this time and
Anderson.
time
He's
again,
higher.
trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
After their big trade with Rudy Gobert, it's taken a while for the Wolves to gel. Gobert said, quote, "It just comes with the time and trust. Basketball is never perfect, but we can punish all kinds of defenses by making the right play and finding the open man. With that mindset, we are going to keep getting better. I'm confident in our abilities." Brian?
Well, that's the way you have to look at it, Allie. Thank you. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Back to Anderson. 4 on the clock.
Anderson.
And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Alexander Walker.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Of course, we live in the era of advanced analytics. Numbers about everything. You think there's a stat that deserves more love?
You are so right about the analytics. They can tell us what the high-value shots are, what kinds of players you'd like to have on the offensive end. Here's the one thing teams struggle with: how to define quality defense. And the challenge is the floor is so spaced and the shooting is so good that perhaps we need to come up with different metrics to define good defense. That's one key area.
And that one's good. Irving's got 7.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Back to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
Let's remember, Luka's 6'7", 230, so this guy lethal around the hoop.
Outside, Anderson. Offline with a 3. The Mavericks trailing. Buries it down low. 9 points in the game.
This is Kyrie Irving at his absolute best. The shot making under duress is special.
Morris outside. Kleba with a steal. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. And that one's good. Irving.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Anderson. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Goes back up. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
For 3.
Anderson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's about vision and timing. Monte Morris, a quality passer.
And Monte Morris is going to pick up the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Irving. Here's Lively. Not going to go that time. Good D by Gobert.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And Doncic with the jam.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Conley, he's open.
Mike Conley!
He drains it and the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Those advanced numbers for Karl Anthony Towns are incredible doors.
And BA, obviously those advanced numbers are something all organizations look at. Cat's got one of the top offensive ratings in NBA history. And listen, his three-point stroke opens up the floor. He can also put it on the deck. He's very efficient. There's a lot to like about Cat.
Pass to Towns. Back to Conley. There's the three. Lively grabs the
干狗背有没有用啊？
And Dallas with possession. Here's Irving. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Irving's got 13.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
Gobert with it. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
On the wing, Irving. Kleber right side. Outside for Irving. Back to Kleber. Launches a three.
Three-pointer.
Kleber's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, you love the unselfish nature of Kyrie Irving. He understands it's his job to make the guys around him feel good and find them in their sweet spots.
The kick out to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. And Edwards puts up a deep three. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, Doris, despite some big moves, the Mavericks fell short of most people's expectations in 2023.
Very tough end to their finish, especially in light of the talent they have. It just goes to show you, even the best pieces need time to gel together. Now the Dallas Mavs have some decisions.
Outside Conley. Here's Towns. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. Back to Irving. Here's Kleber. And the Mavericks, another three.
你啊，卡好诶，那不
Kyrie
对了。
never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
Pass to Gobert. Towns for three. Drains the triple. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now Kleber. Doncic outside. Here's Irving. 13 points in the game. Doncic, no good.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the three.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
So they take the lead. He's got 5. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out to Kleber. To the wing on the left. Irving up top. No good off the back of the rim. Outside McDaniels. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Hardy.
Left side Conley. And we've reached the
Mike
end of the third.
Conley.
The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 4. And we're coming back in.
The Timberwolves. 36.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 4. Outside McDaniels. 4-3. Drops in the 3.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Out left to the wing. Outside Hardaway. The 3 ball. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And he jams it home with authority.
Assist goes
They're
to
beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Irving, that's good.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
Right side Edwards. To the paint. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
That's a great feed by Cat. Those assist numbers have improved big time over the years.
Over to the left wing. Washington outside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Hardaway Jr. Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Edwards for 3. Jones grabs the board.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Irving for 3. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. And Jones good for 3. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2. Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Kicks it to Doncic. And the dunk by Gafford.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
First team foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Outside Irving. Jacks up a 3. And the Mavericks, another 3. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Back to Conley. Inside. Here's Edwards. It falls!
Anthony Edwards.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Washington outside. And it's good. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings them within 1.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Pass to Reed. Tries it from 19. Here's Edwards. Reed with it. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into
It's stolen by Washington. Here's Irving. Good!
看，对，到底是傻小。
Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
To the middle. Missed it!
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Third team foul. Shooting from Minnesota.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
For 2.
And he ends up making the second. And that ties this game up.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
And Dallas calls time here. And some changes here for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic outside. Outside for Irving. That'll count if it goes. It's good!
Ah!
It goes at the buzzer!
Buzzer beater!
太扯了吧！常常那边截杀我。
An astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
And so
你的吴本博，
Dallas in a
我觉得你最近有点太常截杀我了，太扯了。干，
今天大逆转啊！一周吴本博。
我们也没有什么叫大逆转，我们也没有领先很多分呢。我操，超扯！
第一节我看一下，还好吧，第一节还好，第二节半场打完平手，差不多嘛。第三节，反打我4分啊！第三节，
你宝贝起床啊！
你知道，第4节。也还好啊，下半场也还好嘛。